Good morning, guys. Probably wondering why I have all of this stuff laid out on my dining room table here. Well, if you haven't looked outside in a while, especially if you're in the Midwest, Northwest, Northeast, we got that white stuff on the ground called snow. Winter's upon us. And today I'm just going to discuss a little bit about preparation for the winter camping, hiking, backpacking, hammock camping, etc. Don't have everything laid out here. Just a few key points. And the big thing you're going to see here is a lot of weight, a lot of bulk. That's a problem you're going to run into when it comes to winter camping. Eventually I want to build a pulch sled, so I'm able to put this all in a sled and pull it behind me, and weight won't be such an issue. But we don't have that luxury right now, so we're going to go over what we have. And I think we'll just start off with what we have hanging up on the windows here. We'll start with ourselves. Biggest thing to worry about in winter camping, it can even be in spring and fall, if you don't have the proper protection, and that is going to be hypothermia. So you want to be able to make sure you're layering properly, and that the clothes that you do have with you is going to provide you with the right amount of insulation to keep you from getting hypothermic and frostbitten. I don't have my long underwear laid out here, but I do have a polypropylene long johns. You want to stay away from the cotton products due to the fact that they when you sweat, they don't wick, they just keep getting soaked, and then it keeps getting you cold as well, and you have a better chance of hypothermia. So try to get something that's a man-made material like polypropylene, silk, stuff like that, as your inner layers in order to wick away the moisture. So I normally go that route. Then on the inside I'll be wearing a fleece. It's just a cheap Walmart fleece you can get for 10 bucks. If you want to buy Patagonia and stuff like that for 50, 60 bucks, you got the money, go for it. You know, it's going to be a lot lighter and better quality. I wish I had some, but I just know what I can afford right now. When I'm walking, that's typically all I'm going to be wearing, because I'm going to build up sweat. When I'm in camp, if it's not really cold, or if it's not actively snowing or cold freezing rain, I'll go to my 800 fill down Montebell jacket. Now if the wind's really kicking up and it's rainy, I'll go to my parka. This is an extreme cold weather parka. Got this off of eBay for like 50 bucks. If you want to go, if you have the money to go out and buy a actual parka, you're looking at anywhere from $150 to $350, which I just don't have right now, but that'll at least get you by. It's not the lightest, but it's got all the features of a new one, especially this being Gore-Tex. It's got the zip picks in it right here that will help regulate your heat. So if you are wearing this in a rainstorm or a snowstorm, you don't get yourself overheated and sweating. Because sweat's the biggest enemy out there. While I'm here, I'm going to show this just to a couple people who did not know about these with these coats. There is a map case on either side. So, alright. We'll stick it in the clothing for now. Want to have a good hat. This isn't the best hat. This is one of my hunting ones. Keep your ears warm. A face mask. Pair of gloves. These are loose fitting, thinner gloves. These are more or less when I'm hiking, so I got good dexterity. If I'm sitting still, I'm going to put a pair of mitts on, something that's going to retain more heat. Footwear. You're going to have a heavier pair of boots on. These are a felt pack liner. I'm going to have maybe 1 or 2 pairs of wool socks on as well. Something that's waterproof, because you know, snow is wet, it melts. On top of those, gaiters. I'm going to try to keep any snow from getting inside my boots for one, or up my pant legs when I'm walking. Long john bottoms, probably a fleece underpant, and then some sort of waterproof outside material that's breathable as well, either a rain pant or an actual snow pant. Now sometimes you can get snow pants with built-in gaiters, so you don't have to have these as well. One less thing to lug around. When it comes to your clothing, you want to keep it dry, not only when you're wearing it and while it's in your pack or at camp. That's why I have this laid out here. This is nothing more than a trash compactor bag. Anything that I have fear of getting wet is already normally in a Ziploc bag or another form of waterproof bag, and then gets doubled up and put in here as well, just for extra protection. Set that off the side. Here I have laying is a fleece bag liner. This is what I'm going to try out this year, because I have a 20-degree Montbell Super Stretch bag, and this way I want to extend the 20-degree bag maybe down a couple extra degrees. Plus I'll be wearing some clothing. Don't want to wear a whole lot of clothing, because you want to let your body heat escape and heat up the bag that you're in to help retain the heat. I know it sounds a little confusing, but that's what you're trying to do. So, alright. Not only are you trying to protect yourself, but you're trying to protect your equipment from the elements. Try to get this right. You need to hydrate yourself while you're out. Your water's going to tend to freeze in cold temperatures, anything below 32, excuse me. So you want to keep the water warm and insulated. What I'm doing now is I have this extra foam underpad, and I'm putting my bottles in here. Also, another thing, you can put it in snow, it's actually going to insulate it, believe it or not. And try to keep it with the opening down, because it's going to freeze at the top and work its way down. That way at least you got some water that's not frozen. Try and frame here, folks. I apologize. There are some market ones, like these came with some cheap balls at Walmart. It's not the greatest, but you know, anything's going to help. This is a sleeve to help insulate my Camelback if that's what I choose to take. Pots. This is just a cozy made out of Retroflex. This stuff here that I use to maintain the heat in my pots whenever I'm rehydrating food. Also, this can be used to keep your water container warm as well. While we're on the subject of water, wintertime you're not going to be wanting to take your filters with you. There's a chance that they're going to freeze, especially if they're ceramic ones, and they're going to crack, especially if you drop it. So you're going to want to boil your water, whether you get it straight from the stream, if there's no snow, or if you're going to melt water. I have this bigger pot because I'm going to be melting a lot of water. And plus it's stainless steel, it's a lot heavier, but it heats up a whole lot better. I have an alcohol stove in here, which works in the winter. I have my DIY wood stove, which I forgot to put out here. That works in the winter. And then your white gas. I do eventually want to get a MSR Whisper light, but this will work for now. Because you get down to your propane and your isobutane mixes, canister gases, they're not going to work under really extreme cold temperatures. I believe Primus does make a 4-season fuel, so that's an option you can go to. Or if you have one of those stoves that you're able to flip the can actually over, that's going to let the fuel get out and mix. So now we've done that. Now you also want to protect your gear. Camera up there, I'm going to keep that in a pocket, keep it warm. Headlamp, if you're not wearing it, keep it in your pocket. Batteries. Nothing draws out worse on your batteries than the extreme cold. So that's why I have these laid out here to remind us of. Alright. Some more gear. Right now I have my humongous primitive shoes. They look nice, but to all honestly, I don't like them for the fact that You can catch the tails in the other shoe, and it's difficult keeping a straight stride in these. You know, for bushcraft, if you want to do recreative stuff, they're great, but I'm actually upgrading to a modern pair. But these are going to work for today. These are Tatula micro spikes. Slip them on the bottom of your boots, give you better traction in the hard pack, as well as the ice, keep you from falling on your face. Don't have them now, but my wife has them. Is in my Jeep is my trekking poles to help keep you nice and straight and keep you from falling on your face. So, talking face, eyeglasses. Want to protect them from the snow glare. Don't want to get snow blindness. You'll be walking through places, you might have something flip back, smack you in the face, and the sun in general. And I'm eventually going to pick up a pair of actually ski goggles that are a whole lot better. Make sure you get the ones that, of course, are fog proof. So, alright, we'll get to some more gear here real quick, and that'll be it.